book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. Today it's a comic haul video, so I'm just going to show you a number of the comics that I've received in the post, and I'm visited a local comic shop over the past week or two. So there's some new comics like this top one here. This is a new comics just come out. Amazing Fantasy #1, big premiere issue. So Captain America, Black Widow, Spider-Man and more. So I just like this classic cover. Another one here, and I bought this just because I like the cover. So when I buy new comics like this, I get them from an online store. When you buy 5, they only charge you for 4 of them. So effectively you get them at slightly less than cover price. This is Robin 4. Again, it's new comic just out, but I do like the cover. One of the things that I've noticed I do like about some of the newer DC comics is they've improved the quality of the paper that they're using on the covers, and therefore you don't get that wavy effect that drives me crazy on new comics, where the paper is so thin that when you receive it, the paper is wavy, and you know you've got to press it, which is really annoying. You know, if I buy a new comic, I want it to be in perfect condition. So some of these newer comics, especially on some of the DC ones, the covers have improved. It's like this one. This one isn't wavy at all. It's got slightly thicker paper on the cover, and therefore I don't need to press it, which is great. Again, this isn't new. I think this is a few years old, but again, I like this cover. Doctor Strange #3. Okay, so I didn't get on board with Something Is Killing the Children until about issue 10. So this is Something Is Killing the Children is on my pull list now. Has been since issue 10. I didn't pick up the early editions. I picked up the trade paperback to read the story, which is great. But I am now buying Something Is Killing the Children new as they come out. There's a couple that I picked up, again, largely cover buys. I think I picked these up at my local comic store the last time I was there. This one is just quite nice, and again, these are just cover buys. It's got the bombshells. You can see the bombshell pictures on the bombs that are dropping. So that's Harley's Little Black Book #4, and again, this was a cover pickup. This is Harley's Little Black Book, and I just really like this Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman picture. Right, I picked a couple of issues of this up. This guy, Ed Piskor, has got a really good YouTube site, and he works with another artist, and he talks through some classic comics, and they're excellent, and he sort of advertises this comic on that YouTube site. So I picked up a couple of copies. I have to say it is the most grotesque comic I think I've ever seen. I have bought both the first issue and the second issue, but I won't be buying any more. It's really too grotesque and just gratuitous violence for me. So I've got the first 2, but I won't be picking up any more of these. And word of advice, do not buy these unless you've got a very strong stomach. Okay, I'm picking these up, these Books of Doom, when I can find them. This was a mini-series, I think from 2005. I've talked about this on the Price Variant show. This is this whole series was a low print run. It's six comics which go in depth into the origin of Doctor Doom. It's the definitive Doctor Doom origin, really, because they were able to take 6 issues over it. they're really hard to find. These are not common. If you go on eBay and you find it, you'll probably only find 1 or 2 copies of this. Hard to find, so I do pick these up when I find them, because I think they're good spec play for when Doom comes to the MCU. So this is my second copy of number 1. This is issue number 2. Again, that's my second copy of issue 2. And this is issue 6. This is my first copy of issue 6. 5 and 6 are the ones I've found most difficult to find. So I presume they even had a smaller print run on 5 and 6 than they did on 1, 2 and 3. And 4, 5, 6 were low print runs, so even harder to find. Another nice Doom cover here. This is Vengeance, number 4, I think. I've also started collecting this series here. It's called The Beauty from Image Comics. This is a story about a future where everybody can be beautiful but at a cost. It's a nice story, great story. I decided to collect this. So here we've got issue 2. I think that's a variant cover. Issue 3. Issue 4. Issue 6. And issue 7. Finally, issue 8. Right, and a comic haul video of mine would not be complete without some Fantastic Four. So I picked this one up recently on eBay. This was, I think I picked this up for £7.50, and I thought it's in really great condition. I think it's in a 9 plus condition, and it's got Doctor Doom versus the Beyonder. So with Secret Wars coming up, you know, bit of Doom, bit of Beyonder. I think it's pretty good spec, and I quite like the cover. And then finally, I'm going to get back on my hobby horse in a second. So I produced a video a couple of weeks ago, a week or two ago, about UK price variance. And I said on that video, look out for early Fantastic Fours with UK price variance, because if you don't pick them up, I'm going to. So I've got a search going on eBay that will highlight me when these type of comics come up. One came up a few days ago. As you can see, it's UK price variant 9D. It's an early Fantastic Four, number 28. There's a very early crossover with the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. So nice cover in pretty decent condition. And I looked this up on the CGC centres, and again there are about 890 odd graded CGC graded copies of this with a US pricing. And how many are there on the CGC census with a UK price? 7. So once again, and virtually every one of these I look at, it's the same. The UK variant is 1% or less than of the total population. So this is rarer than newsstands. You know, when people go crazy when it's a newsstand because it was 10% of the production run. These are 1% of the graded copies. Now, you know, I've had a couple of comments saying, oh well, that's graded copies. Yeah, but it's pretty consistent across quite a large population, and even some of the heavily graded comics like Fantastic Four 48, which has got nearly 8,000 graded comics. You know, if you've got a Fantastic Four 48, you've probably got it graded UK price variant or US price variant. And even in that one, the UK price variant is less than 1% of the total population. So I think it's right. I think the UK variants are extremely rare compared to the US variants, and eventually the market will figure this out, and collectors want the rare things. You know, why would you get something, why would you not want to get something that was, there was only 7 of them in the world? Would you prefer one of 7 or 1 of 180, 890? So, you know, if you've got early Fantastic Four out there and you're putting it on eBay and it's a UK price variant, I'm going to be looking for it. Okay, comic book fans, I hope you've enjoyed that little comic haul. Enough said.